Many countries are putting efforts in manned space flights, and some say this could open a new chapter of space exploration. How do you view the global space boom in recent years?
One reason is that the technology become more and more practical. The second is because that the many commercial companies have already joined this area. Even for today, although we can greatly reduce the cost for the manned space flight, but until today, even we have the innovation on technology, but still the cost for the orbital flight is more than several $1 million. So that is the reason why common people cannot or have no chance to go to the outer space. But for the suborbital flight, it's a different matter. You know that the Blue Origin and also the Virgin Galactic is the two of the major players in this field. They've already have very successful test flight, and even the Blue Origin has already several commercial flights and already have passengers paying the cost of the ticket for this kind of suborbital flight. China, that in recent years we have a long-term development in manned space program. We already constructed our manned space station, the Tiangong space station. That usually in the years before we only have one missions every 1 or every 2 years. But in recent years, we have at least 2 manned missions to the China space station. For the other countries, that, as I mentioned, the manned space technologies has already become more and more practical. So we can see this is a good start for the future.
Do you think space travel can become a common service for the general public in our generation?
Until now, you see that the cost for the orbital travel, even for the low Earth orbit, the cost is several $1 million until now. So the current innovation in fields such as the reusable technology, the reusable of the launch vehicles can maybe reduce the cost to half of this level. But even the half of the level is still too much for the common people. So I think at the current stage, the suborbital space tourism is a good choice for the common people, including you and me. Besides this kind of space travel, there are 2 other choices. One is, as mentioned, the microgravity plane. The common tourists can experience a very interesting microgravity for several seconds, nearly 1 minute in this kind of microgravity plane when it's dropping from the high altitude. And also, the other choice is high altitude balloons. It is very interesting, even at the daytime, when you take on these kind of high altitude balloons, you can see that the sky is black, and you can see a curvature of the horizon of the Earth.
Some countries are working on their lunar exploration programs, including sending astronauts to the moon. What's the significance of human landing on the moon again?
This second type of the lunar exploration, the focus is on near the South Pole. The reason is that that the human being has already found water, mainly in ice form near the South Pole. So the South Pole is a very hopeful place for the human being to set up the permanent base near the South Pole. Also, that the terrain near the South Pole is also very unique. Some areas they have a very long-term sunshine, and there are some places have permanent shadows. In the permanent shadow areas, it is hopeful to have the water in ice form, so we can utilize this water. And in the long-term sunshine, we can utilize solar energy to very easy to solve the problem of the energy resupply, and also to solve the thermal control problem. Solving the thermal control problem and solving the energy supply problem is a very challenging task for human beings. So the South Pole is a very important reason, not from the aspect of the scientific research, but also from the aspect of engineering. The European Space Agency already has a plan to set up a constellation of spacecraft orbiting the moon, near the moon, to provide the very accurate timing services, the positioning services, and also the communication services. So this is also a very good step to make the landing on the moon more easy and to make the activities on the moon more easily.
There have been many advances in space technology. How can they benefit the lives of people on Earth?
Most of the applications that can benefit the common people are indirect ones. We have the direct ones, as you have already grasped a mobile phone, and every day when you go out with your mobile phone, you can have the positioning service, and also you have the electronic map. But that these maps also get the information from the remote sensing satellite to get the images and then analyze them and turn them into the electric map on your mobile phone. So this is a very typical application of the space technology. But most examples are from the indirect transpositions. For instance, that MRI is very, very important in the medical training. there do have some transfer of technology because of the Apollo program. So without the Apollo program, there will be no the MRI and will not be no the internet. You can see how important the internet to every people today. Most benefit to the common people are indirect transfers. So we need to have the patience to wait, and we need the understanding of the common people to understand and support. This is very important for the sustainable and long-term development of the space field.